Was a girl running in our group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford Coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look out, buddy, hot rod and large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod.
Anyway, we got a couple more things around the car world we got to tell you about. The NADA, that's the National Automotive Dealers Association, is committed to an in-person convention in March. Well, and its CEO says he believes the trade group can hold a safe event without requiring proof of vaccination from attendees, and despite the current high corona case counts across the United States. NADA has no plans to cancel its in-person receptions or make displays virtual at an annual gathering for the March 10 to 13 Las Vegas get-together that they do. This is from CEO Mike Stanton of the Automotive, or he told the Automotive News this. So apparently they're not afraid of any old virus, the NADA. Something you should know, and it's kind of strange. I would think that they would be up, but they're down. What am I talking about? I'm talking about patents. Patents. Really important. The number of U.S. patent grants fell 7% in 2021, while there was little change in which automotive companies ranked as the top 5 for receiving patents last year. All but one of them saw a decrease from 2020. This is according to a report from Fairview Research's IFI Claims Patent Services, a database that closely monitors patents. What caused the drop is unclear, said IFI CEO Mike Baycroft. One theory is that the COVID-19 may have slowed down the pipeline while companies and individuals were interrupted in their work. But this would not explain why a similar drop did not occur in 2020, when the pandemic was causing even more workplace projection problems. There's the thing. You would think with people at home, working at home, and having all this time on their hands at home, there'd be all kinds of neat patents coming out, Eric. There'd be all kinds of electronics, gizmosis getting involved and getting evolved and getting built. But no, it's gone down. Our innovation has gone down. Are we quitting? Do we give up? They want to know. And this is a good question to ask, and this was asked by C.J. Moore, an affiliate of the Automotive News and also one of their deans of higher learning. After used car sales reached record volumes in 2021, strong demand and the higher price tags attached are going to stick around for 2022. They're worried about the used car market, hot used car market leading to burns. That means dealers will get to go to great lengths to source used cars and trucks. Oh, they do too. To stock their lots this year, even as they continue to benefit from pricing power and higher profits amid the industry's persistent new car vehicle storage. But facing another year of scarcity and soaring prices, some dealers are worried about the longer-term impacts of changes in shopping patterns or customers carrying too much debt. They are. For instance, high prices could cause consumers to hang on to their vehicles longer, and it is, and that could hamper the flow of used vehicles coming back into the retail market. This is dealer Tony Duhan. That's what he told Automotive News. I got to tell you, I see this every day. Used cars are so hard to find, and people are buying cars that are just yuck. They're just junk, and they're being put out there, whoever they're buying them from, and I don't ask. I tell them, please don't tell me, Eric, because I don't want to know. Are they rebuilding these cars? One of my good friends, her and her husband bought a car from a dealer that was certified rebuilt. The title said rebuilt. Of course, what happened was it had been totaled by an insurance company. Some dealer bought it, rebuilt it, and put it on the market. The thing was trash. It had so much work that had to be done to it to make it right. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, what's going on in this used car platform? Well, here's Ford jumping up and down. Nearly a year after launching the Ford Blue Advantage used vehicle digital marketplace. Ford Motor Company, that was to compete with Carvana, plans to enhance that platform with a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. So 2 weeks, 1,000 miles, you can take your car back, no questions asked, and get your money back. The automaker is betting that the Ford Blue Advantage will help its retailers win a larger slice of the used vehicle sales pie and stop defections to third-party sites such as Carvana. They're at war with Carvana, all these car dealers. This month, General Motors launched its own used vehicle platform called Car Bravo. They're all jumping on the bandwagon. Andrew Ashman, Ford's U.S. used vehicle leader or manager, told Automotive News the automaker added the money-back guarantee following a request from its dealer council. Ford piloted the concept last year with 16 dealerships and found it led to increased sales. So you get 2 weeks and 1,000 miles to get rid of that lemon if you bought a lemon. If you didn't bring it to somewhere and have it checked before you bought it, you still have 2 weeks to do that and find out exactly what it's going to need to make it roadable, make it safe, make it roadworthy. And then you can decide what you want to do. I mean, if you want to put more money into it, that's up to you. I just, I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I was able to pick up a brand new one. I ordered a brand new one and got it before the pandemic. This whole thing went crazy. And I got a great deal, and I got the zero finance. I got the whole bit. And then 2 months later, 3 months later, the proverbial glue hit the fan, and nothing stuck. And nobody's got any cars, and they were not building any cars, and they just kept slowly dwindling their inventories till you drive by a new car dealer right now, and his lot looks terrible. It's empty. There's nothing out there, Eric. It's all, and the used car lot's just as bad because they rely on, first of all, their leases coming back, which are not. People are buying them instead of turning them back in, exercising that right in their lease. A lot of people didn't know they had that, and now they know, and they're doing it. I had a fellow call my shop the other day and tell me that he saw me on the radio, he listened to the radio, he saw me on Facebook, said, "Hey, thanks for telling me. I looked at my lease, and sure enough, I had the option to buy it out. And I couldn't buy a car for that right now. That car's worth $3,000 more than that." He said, "I could buy it and sell it and make myself $3,000, but then I wouldn't have a car to go to work with. So I got to buy it, and I'm going to take care of it. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks for an oil change." That's what he told me. So that's just what's going on. I mean, it's out there, and it's not good. It's not pretty. Same way with the parts supply, the parts stores. Poor Auto Value. These guys are scrambling to get my parts. They're finding them. Don't ask me where, and they're getting me a quality part. I'm not putting on junk. I'm not going to reduce myself to that, and they wouldn't reduce themselves to selling to me. But they are scrambling, and we're paying more for it. And so consequently, so are you. And that's just, this whole thing isn't right. This whole manufactured shortage is just crap. It's not good. I don't like it. It's not pretty. All right. That's enough of that. You get me started on that. I could do a whole hour on that. Just on the way things are starting to form up. I got to tell you, and it's not this whole inflation and shortage and lack of workers and all that. It's not scaring these guys. Ford and GM have decided to jump in this with both feet. Here's some stories about that. The investments going on and the jobs they're creating. Massive opportunities. In Detroit, General Motors is expected on Tuesday to outline plans to invest $6.5 billion. That's with a B, Eric. EV electric vehicle projects at 2 sites in Michigan. Hello. The investment would create 4,000 jobs in Orion Township and the Lansing suburb of Delta Township in Eaton County, according to a January 25th board meeting agenda for the Michigan Strategic Fund that was posted online Friday. The Michigan Strategic Fund is expected to approve a state income tax or state tax incentives package for General Motors, and they should. General Motors is expected to tap its Orion assembly plant for production of new electric vehicles and battery assembly while sites in the Lansing area would build proprietary Ultium batteries with LG Energy Solution. I don't know if they want to stay in bed with those guys. That company got sued and everything else, but everybody seems to like them. They're not the only. General Motors not the only one. Another story: electric vehicle plans. 824 million incentives from Michigan. Here's what they got. General Motors and battery maker LG Energy Solutions won tax incentives exceeding $824 million for their up to $7 billion investment they're going to make, expanding the two EV production and battery production. The incentives include a first of its kind $600 million direct taxpayer grant from the state of Michigan for General Motors and its partner that will subsidize the company or the construction of a battery plant west of Lansing and expanded EV production, electric vehicle production in Orion Township. We talked about that. The Michigan Strategic Fund approved the incentives package Tuesday morning. That's where they're important. The Strategic Fund in Michigan, ahead of the announcement by GM CEO Mary Barra. I can't believe she's still there. And Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer of what the automaker describes as the single largest investment in its 114-year history. You don't think electric vehicles are coming? That's the biggest investment made by General Motors in its 114-year history. Don't tell me electric vehicles are not coming your way. They're coming, and they're coming hard. Here we are. General Motors and LG Energy Solutions are going to add battery recycling to their Ohio battery cell plant campus in 2023, the company said. Recycling, very important. Battery recycling company Li-Cycle, Li-Cycle, plans to open a recycling center near the Ultium battery cell plant, centralizing a crucial piece of the electric vehicle supply chain. Ultium Cells, a joint venture for battery development that GM and LG Energy Solutions formed in 2019, will build the recycling center on the site of its battery cell plant in Warren, Ohio. The Ultium plant is under construction with production expected to begin in August. Li-Cycle will install and operate its proprietary technology and equipment at the recycling plant after construction is complete. Li-Cycle and Ultium Cells said this in a joint statement on Thursday, which means they're going to town. They're already working on what to do with the batteries. They're working on the recycling. This is coming, folks. This is not a flash in the pan. This is too many dollars and too many jobs. In the last thought on this General Motors, nearly $7 billion, that's of course being the single largest investment in its history. Did you know that they're using these plants to build more batteries and more trucks? Oh yeah. The new battery plant in Lansing, Michigan, and conversion of the Ohio assembly plant marks the next step in GM's commitment to electrification as rival Ford Motor Company begins construction of 2 electric vehicle campuses in Kentucky and Tennessee. Here we go. The war is on. Of course, and GM is converting Cami in Ingersoll, Ontario, Canada, and Ramos Arizpe, I can't say it, Arizpe, Eric, assembly in Mexico for Ultium-based EV production. Arizpe, I don't know. Anyway, it's in Mexico, and they're... Arispa, okay. I'm learning. I'll tell you what, Eric's going to make a speaker out of me yet. Okay, we went through General Motors. Now what's Ford doing? Well, here. Ford is jumping around doing all kind of stuff. Ford e-Transit orders have hit 10,000. Walmart is among the customers. Oh. Ford Motor Company has booked 10,000 orders for the 2022 e-Transit electric van from about 300 commercial and government customers, including retail giant Walmart. Hello. Ford will soon begin customer deliveries of the EV, electric vehicle, which starts at $44,900, including shipping, and comes in 8 configurations. The automaker until now had not disclosed order numbers for the vehicle, which is was said to be a key part of the Ford Pro commercial business subsidiary. This is their vehicle. They're going hog wild on this van. In addition to the orders, Ford on Wednesday said it would launch a pilot program with 3 California farms to test out new electric vehicle commercial vehicles for a year. The 3 businesses will be given an e-Transit and an F-150 Lightning to use, along with Ford Pro charging stations and telematics services. Wow. 3 California farms they're gonna road test these vehicles, the electric vehicles, and see if they're going to work down on the farm. That's kind of cool. You know what? Electric vehicles, they're here. I don't know what I tell everybody all this stuff and I preach it every week, but I wonder if anybody's listening to the real underlying factor here. Ford patents a multi-use pickup truck, a multi-use tailgate for the pickup truck to counter GM and Dodge Ram. The Ford Motor Company appears to be working on an answer to one of the rival's key selling points in the ongoing truck wars. The automaker recently filed patents for a multifunction tailgate with a door, easy access steps, and other features. GMC is the one that popularized such features as with its Multi-Pro tailgate, which has been expanded to the Chevrolet brand as Multiflex. Ram also offers a similar tailgate. Yes, they do. Ford has patented other tailgate features, including partial openings to better load cargo. It's unclear if Ford will produce a multifunction tailgate or when it would be ordered or offered. Here's the deal, or can be ordered. Here's the deal. Those tailgates, I hope they've got it. I hope they engineered it to death. You got to engineer those to death because otherwise it's going to be a problem. They're going to break. They're going to be a nightmare for us guys out in the field that have to repair them. They're going to be a stink pot. I can just see it coming because there's just too many different little things that this thing does. And it's a truck. And guys don't baby trucks. The people driving pickup trucks, guys, gals, whoever, they don't baby them. And trucks take a beating, and you've always got something in that bed slamming back against the tailgate when you take off. There's always something going on like that. And I'm worried that these tailgates, these fancy tailgates, they're very nice. It's probably a $2,000 option on your vehicle. I would bet, it's got to be an option. They can't just give it away. They might. I don't think so.